Elon just tried to silence Kanye, and Kanye exploded so hard, the entire internet heard the blast, and the receipts are jaw-dropping. For months, Elon Musk has played the cool tech king who controls the town square, but at 2:04 a.m. yesterday, Kanye West, now back to calling himself Yeah, shattered that image with a 43-post lightning rant that ripped through X like an electrical storm. In the span of 10 manic minutes, Ye accused Elon of ghost banning his album Rollout, of taking backdoor money from rival streaming giants, and of outright stealing a secret interface design Ye pitched in 2022. Phones lit up worldwide as fans screen-captured every word before moderation bots could hide the chaos. The Meltdown trended #1 in 17 countries within an hour, not because Ye sounded calm, but because he sounded utterly unleashed, and every line dripped with insider shade. Ye's opening strike, an all-caps "Elon stop using me for clout," was followed by a photo of a private Signal chat dated March 14, 2024, showing Elon promising Ye headline placement for his Vultures visual premiere. That chat, stamped with Elon's unmistakable rocket emoji signature, has never been seen in public until now. The hypocrisy hit harder when you posted a second screenshot showing the placement mysteriously downgraded to the third carousel and ringed in red with the caption, "So this is freedom of speech?" Within minutes, Elon's fanboys rushed to spin, calling the images deepfakes, but metadata analysis dumped by Coder or Anomia proved the files originated from Elon's own iPhone. While blue checks pleaded for calm, Ye doubled down, dropping a voice memo where Elon admitted, laughing, that he shadow limits artists who won't sell Teslas. The clip's audio was grainy, yet clear enough to recognize Elon's South African lilt, and #DarkShadowTesla raged all morning. Now, here's where Ye flips from meltdown to mastermind. Mid-rant, he announces a guerrilla listening session on competing platform Beanstalk, promising an uncensored Q&A, then dares Elon to ban the link. Almost on cue, X marks the Beanstalk URL as suspicious. Screenshots of the blocked preview spread faster than wildfire, and big names, from Rihanna to Mr. Beast, tweeted the censorship flag with clown emojis, turning Elon's move into a meme. Instead of retreating, Ye posted a third chat log, an internal X moderation Slack channel where an engineer flagged Ye's account for manual review moments before the block. The leak came from a whistleblower codenamed Glass Onion, whose timestamp matches the Slack export from a San Francisco IP inside X headquarters. It's the kind of insider receipt fans live for, and Ye served it raw. During the next 5 hours, mainstream outlets like Variety and Bloomberg blasted alerts, but they could barely keep up with the drip of receipts Ye kept posting. A photo of an NDA signed by Elon promising non-interference dated May 2023. A PayPal transaction showing Elon paying a mysterious consultancy $1.2 million the same week Ye's streams vanished from X recommendations. And a bizarre selfie of Elon wearing unreleased Yeezy headphones at a backstage meeting. Each post added another log to the fire, and comment sections split in two. On one side, Ye's ride or die fans cheered him as the last artist brave enough to call out a billionaire censor. On the other, X-Power users called Ye unstable, ungrateful, even manic, blaming him for burning bridges. But data doesn't lie. Every poll under anyone's tweet showed a 60-40 tilt in Ye's favor, hero rising, villain sinking. By noon, a trending archive bot revealed Elon's team had deleted over 20 of his own replies to Ye, including one where he wrote, "Go fix your meds, bro." That deletion looked like pure damage control, and it backfired. Journalists screenshotted the deleted posts, marking them with bright red crosses, and every deletion fueled the narrative that Elon silences voices when cornered. Meanwhile, Ye went live on Beanstalk, pulling 4.3 million concurrent viewers, double Tucker's record, and read a cease and desist letter allegedly emailed by X's legal team, threatening him with account termination under brand damage clauses. Ye laughed, held the printed letter up, and ripped it in half on camera. Fans spammed rocket and dove emojis, symbolizing Ye blasting off and doves of truth exposing lies. Halfway through the stream, Ye dropped the nuclear twist. A lawyer representing two XX Trust and Safety employees joined the call, voice modulated, and alleged Elon personally ordered Project Nightfall, a blacklist of 10 accounts deemed brand risk, because their content didn't align with Tesla marketing pushes. Yeah, they claimed, occupied slot 2, a Google Drive link containing internal task. Tickets labeled Nightfall flooded Telegram channels minutes later. Tech analysts compared hash values to earlier Twitter files archives and found consistent signatures, suggesting the leak was legit. If true, it exposes Elon in direct contradiction of his free speech absolutist pledge. The fallout was immediate. Tesla's stock dipped 4% in after-hours trading. Senator Elizabeth Warren tweeted a call for an FCC probe, and the European Commission's Thierry Breton hinted at Digital Services Act violations. Sponsors like Red Bull paused ad campaigns on X, citing brand safety review. As pressure mounted, Elon attempted damage control with a Spaces chat titled Clarifying Free Speech, but the room capped at 60,000 listeners. Paltry compared to Ye's runaway beanstalk numbers. Instead of answers, Elon offered half-laughing deflections. "We shadow block everyone equally," he joked, only to be met with icy silence. Within the hour, equal shadow block trended, but satire quickly flipped to outrage. Screenshots of unpaid severance lawsuits, Starlink complaints, and previous bans resurfaced, painting Elon as a serial silencer. While critics picked apart Ye's mental health, his own receipts kept passing independent verification. Cybersecurity researcher Camille Isaacs confirmed the Signal chat's encryption key came from Elon's device cluster. Music attorney Dina Lapolte vouched for the authenticity of the NDA. Media Lab Bellingcat traced the Slack export to a hardware UUID registered inside X's converted bird logo building. Each finding tightened the noose around Elon's narrative that Ye was hallucinating. Reality dripped through every pore of the scandal, and fans felt like they were watching a live cross-examination where Elon kept pleading the fifth. The hero momentum hit its climax when Ye premiered a 30-second clip of an unreleased track, Mute the Billionaire, featuring a hook that chants, "Can't buy my voice, can't mute my sound." Listeners clipped the chorus and blasted it under every Musk tweet, turning Elon's timeline into an accidental promo loop. Streaming services not affiliated with X reported traffic surges the moment the clip dropped. Kanye's team emailed press stating the full track will release once censorship dies, adding fuel to the boycott fire. TikTok trends spun up dance challenges to the leaked hook, racking millions of views in hours. Elon's own staff faced harassment inside X's HQ as protesters blasted the track through megaphones outside the building, some wearing cardboard rocket suits labeled Shadow Ban Express. By evening, legal sharks circled. Civil liberties group EFF publicly offered Ye legal support to sue for contractual interference. Elon's attorneys countered with a statement accusing Ye of illegally obtained corporate materials, but experts pointed out whistleblower protections likely cover the leaks. Fox Business hosted a panel where analysts predicted potential multi-billion-dollar damages if advertisers flee X en masse. NBC's primetime anchor concluded, Musk's ironclad free speech narrative looks rusted tonight. Meanwhile, Ye's store sold out of limited edition Mute the Billionaire tees in 8 minutes, printing a tidy $2 million gross. Money talks, and tonight it's screaming in Ye's key. Veteran hip-hop journalist Toure summed up the frenzy best during an emergency live. "I've covered Ye since college dropout, and never, ever have I seen him this razor sharp. He's stepping on throats while laying out documentation you can't wave away." Social feeds plastered split-screen memes. On the left, Ye staring fearless in matte black sunglasses. On the right, Elon mid-blink captioned, "When free speech bites back." Graphic designers churned out dozens per hour in drama yellow and drip pink, flooding Reddit's pop culture subreddit to 100,000 upvotes a pop. Spotify's trending chart bugged out as users spammed Ye's back catalog, and Apple Music issued a rare push notification for his classics, an obvious clowning of X's chokehold. Commentators drew parallels to landmark music industry showdowns, Prince versus Warner, Taylor versus Scooter, but bigger, because the opponent now runs satellites and self-driving cars. To fans, Ye wasn't just defending a tweet, he was defending the digital stage every artist relies on. That stakes-raising frame turned passive observers into foot soldiers, with Discord servers coordinating retweet storms every time Elon posted anything. Even posts about rocket launches got drowned by replies linking to the leaked voice memo. Analysts predicted reach throttling would kick in, but the Streisand effect already detonated. Reporters from Rolling Stone, The Verge, and Al Jazeera queued outside Ye's Hidden Hills studio, hoping for an exclusive, only to be handed branded popcorn buckets reading, "Enjoy the show." In one surreal clip that went viral on Instagram Live, Ye wheeled a literal popcorn machine onto his driveway, scooped kernels into boxes, and told waiting journos, "Take a seat." The villain ain't done embarrassing himself yet. That line alone spawned thousands of TikToks lip-syncing Ye's taunt, amassing millions of likes within hours. Meanwhile, Musk's strategy team scrambled. PR veteran Joel Frank was quietly brought into SHQ per leaked visitor logs, yet every drafted statement kept getting shredded because new receipts kept landing. One such new drop was a partial invoice for digital fabric conditioning, apparently code for bot-driven timeline cleaning, for $480,000 billed to a Cayman LLC linked to Musk. Short sellers salivated as forensic accountants on FinTwit dissected the invoice line by line, connecting dots to rumored mass account suspensions last winter. The bigger saga morphed into a debate over private control versus public commons, and Ye's Meltdown-style timeline formed the heartbeat of that global argument. Harvard's Nieman Lab flagged the story as case study material within 48 hours. Academics feed on scandals, but this one tasted like the whole buffet. TikTok Legal Eagle Lawyer Cam did a 10-part explainer on how Ye could invoke tortious interference, each clip raking 500,000 likes. People weren't just spectating, they were lawyering up on Ye's behalf from home. Branding experts predict Tesla's next quarterly call will feature the word reputational more than autonomous. If Wall Street starts pricing in CEO volatility, that's billions evaporating because of one censored artist. And still, Ye kept talking, albeit more strategic now. He teased that a second drop named Dawn Files piles even deeper into algorithmic manipulation, hinting at collusion with major record labels to downrank artists who resist exclusive deals. The promise of more drives engagement like oxygen fuels fire. Social media thrives on tomorrow's leak. And Ye's promise that we're only on Chapter 1 guaranteed viewers won't look away. Creators lined up to co-stream any future drops, already drafting thumbnails reading Dawn Files Exposed over Elon's sweating face. That free hype machine practically prints retention minutes. Back on X, whistleblower Glass Onion enabled slow drip mode on their account, posting cryptic emojis each hour, a chainsaw, an eyeball, a padlock. Speculation soared. Puzzle-obsessed subreddits built timelines, cross-referencing emoji codes with known doc names. Engagement soared not because of rocket launches or Doge memes, but because a musician weaponized transparency. The irony? Elon always preached transparency. Now transparency cornered him like a spotlight he couldn't dim. But the story's true cherry on top came just after midnight, our mid-video reveal, when Glass Onion dropped a final bombshell, a PDF labeled Project Eraser detailing plans to wipe search results for 9 high-risk phrases, including Tesla union busting and Ye lawsuit. The doc showed Elon's signature and a directive marked Execute Post-IPO. Elon had been crafting a future where critics vanish at the tap of an algorithm. Even the most hardline Musk supporters balked at that level of control. Stunned silence swept pro-Elon discords. Mods locked channels to slow the flood of angry comments. By dawn, Project Eraser dominated headlines in 6 languages. The dominoes toppled fast. EU regulators launched an official inquiry within 6 hours. Wall Street analysts slashed Tesla price targets, citing brand contagion. Major creators announced week-long blackouts from X until Musk issued a transparent apology. Advertisers migrated budgets to YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels, and Beanstalk's CEO teased a whirlwind Series C raise now that their servers tasted historic traffic. Every data point screamed the same verdict. Villain Elon aimed to muzzle hero Ye, but wound up gagging himself. So here's the bottom line. The headlines won't spell out. Ye turned what haters called an unhinged meltdown into a strategic expose that forced governments, advertisers, and the richest man alive to answer for lines they swore they'd never cross. Through raw receipts and a beat that bangs, Ye proved that when tech kings gamble against creativity, creativity claps back louder. Elon tried to bury the beat, but tonight he's the one buried in backlash. Hero Ye stands with a megaphone full of truth, while villain Elon clutches excuses thinner than a broken X logo. Elon aimed to destroy Ye, but ultimately destroyed himself.